his widow, and his son Vincent Spilatro, as well as Mr. Meyer Lansky II, Meyer Lansky's grandson. So this is half of our extended family. The rest of our family is arriving now.
It lingered there to touch your head and walk with me. All sun, two sweethearts and the summer wind.
So it is through the cooperation and contributions of these people right here that the mob experience is going to be possible. All of the people that you see here knew the people on a personal level, had incredible access, and have kept a collection of artifacts that has given us the privilege and the ability to be able to tell the untold story, who these people really were, the true story behind the real people of the mob. So I want to thank you again for coming to join us. This, by the way, is the first time we've ever had these family members together in one place. So we're going to make available a photo opportunity by the backdrop and then a second one by the bus. So feel free to take pictures. We'll take a minute to do this, and I'll come back and join you. Okay. We've all been hearing a lot about it. The Las Vegas Mob Experience is coming. It's coming. Well, it's here. The Las Vegas Mob Experience is very proud to announce that it will be opening at the end of this year here in this very space at the Tropicana, Las Vegas. The property has an incredible past. Thematically, I can't think of a more relevant property on the Strip. So that said, the Las Vegas Mob Experience is a combination of the world's foremost collection of artifacts, memorabilia related to organized crime that have been provided by the family members themselves. And that's combined with the latest technology that's used to enhance the presentation of this artifact collection. So it's a story that's being told. It's a continuum, really, of 100 years that involves dozens of people. And it covers the rise, the heyday, and then the decline and fall of the mob and the rise of corporate ownership. Today we're accomplishing several things. We are formally announcing that we have signed a deal with Tropicana Las Vegas as the home for the Las Vegas Mob Experience. It's a terrific property for us because of its storied history. It's one of the original mob hotels, but also because of the investment in the rebranding and renovations of the hotel. So it's going to be one of the hottest properties on Las Vegas Boulevard. So our timing is great, and thematically, they're going with a Latin, Cuba, Miami, South Beach theme, which are all mob havens back in the day, in the time periods that we're talking about. So it's just a great fit. We're very privileged to be working with the management here. They've just embraced this project, and they've become more of a partner than a landlord-tenant. We're also discussing our buses. We're very proud of our decommissioned prison buses that will be running 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, to provide free transportation for ticket holders to the Las Vegas Mob Experience at Tropicana, Las Vegas. They'll be Wi-Fi enabled. Guests will be able to board the bus, swipe a credit card, buy an admission ticket, and we will drive them to the front door of the Tropicana from 15 predetermined stops up and down Las Vegas Boulevard. We're also showcasing just a sampling of some of our artifact collection. So we've brought some artifacts from Meyer Lansky, from Benjamin Siegel, from Tony Spilatro and Sam Giancana. artifacts that were provided to us by the family members who we introduced today, which that's the fourth goal for today, to introduce the family members that are making available access to this artifact collection, and also helping us in telling the story accurately. We have Meyer Lansky's family. We have two of his grandchildren, Meyer Lansky II and Cynthia Duncan. We have Benjamin Bugsy Siegel's daughter, Millicent Rosen Siegel. We have Tony Spilatro's wife and son, Nancy Spilatro and Vincent Spilatro. We have Sam Giancana's daughter, Antoinette Giancana. We have Al Sachs' widow, Janice Sachs. I mean, it's really, we have all of the major players from the major mob figures in Las Vegas from start to finish. The families that are participating with us have several different roles that they play. Obviously, they provided us unbelievable access and insight into who these gangsters were, who these mobsters were. They've opened their attics in their basement and have provided us home movies and home photos and diaries and love letters, from these gangsters. It's incredible the insight that they've given us into who these people really were as people. They're also helping us tell the story accurately. So they're going to help us make sure that what we say is true and accurate, because that true story has not been told. These gangsters, some of them were vicious killers and murderers, and they did atrocious things. But the story that's never been told is they go home and they're loving fathers and loving husbands, and they could be your neighbor and you'd never know it. So we're going to tell both sides. We're going to tell the side that Hollywood says, how they portray them, but we're also going to tell what happens after the final credits roll and what these people are like at home. It's never been told, and that's why the families are so excited to participate, to help us in telling the story of who they were, and the artifacts all support that. There'll also be a number of the family members will be present at the mob experience on a regular basis to meet our visitors and greet our guests, and they'll be available for photo opportunities and to talk to the visitors.
Okay. We'll expect to enjoy
Our
it.
construction schedule has us opening in December of 2010.
Okay. Be located?
Yeah, the space that we have is it's a 55,000 square foot pavilion in the Tropicana, of which we're going to use about 26,000 square feet for the Las Vegas mob experience.
And how much is
The cost of admission for the mob experience is comparable to other paid attractions on the Strip. So we'll be at about a $30 price point, and then there'll be promotional offers for seniors and locals and military, and children are going to have a lower price. So it's going to be an affordable entertainment option for the average tourist to Las Vegas.
wonderful? And then I'm just going to ask you again. You come up with the concept?
The concept developed as an evolutionary process. So we started looking at a paid admission attraction, we acquired the artifacts, and then we introduced the technology to enhance the presentation of the artifacts. And really, it's been a lot of very, very talented people that have helped us evolve it into what it's become today.
That was perfect.
letter to his wife after he lost her. She was. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Virginia Hill was really sensitive.